small manufacturing business that was on the brink of bankruptcy is thriving again. But the turnaround came at a high price to people living in Jackson, Michigan, where the company was founded more than a century ago. The story of rising out of the ashes is in today's Chicago Cranes Business Report.
The people that went through here, generations of Jackson people that worked here in some capacity.
80 miles west of Detroit is Jackson, Michigan. Population 33,000. Like so many other small Midwestern towns dependent on manufacturing, the last few decades have been tough on Jackson, as companies marched in lockstep out of this town in search of cheaper labor. Companies like Goodyear, Clark Equipment, and the century-old maker of aerospace and auto parts, Spartan Corporation.
Michigan, and Jackson especially, had a difficult time pretty much since 9/11. The economy never really recovered in the state of Michigan.
For more than 100 years, Jackson and Spartan were inextricable. Spartan employed thousands of Jacksonians. Founded in 1900, it crafted the first electric car horn for the likes of Ford and Chrysler. William Sparks, Spartan's president, was a 3-term mayor of Jackson, and during the Great Depression kept hundreds of Jacksonians employed by building a 465-acre public park with illuminated waterfalls. In other words, Jackson was Spartan's town.
At one time, 1 out of every 15 people in the community had worked at Spartan.
Pressed by thin margins and underutilized facilities, Spartan wound up on the verge of bankruptcy. And when it brought in a new CEO to turn the company around, locals weren't happy with the new direction.
I'm not a politician, I'm not going to win a popularity contest, and I'm not here to do it. I'm just here to apply my experience in fixing what I see as a very real problem with a solution to it. And you're going to have to just trust I know what I'm doing. I'm here to do a job, and we've done it.
In 2009, Spartan finally closed up shop and left Jackson for good, its headquarters bound for Illinois and its manufacturing headed to Florida and Vietnam. Some saw it as the final blow for a town already on the ropes.
When a company like that has been involved in the county and city government and also its local politics for so long, when it moves out of town, it's almost like your big brother moving away.
Yeah, it was a travesty for closing Jackson. Spartan, made Jackson. Jackson made Spartan.
After 25 years working at Spartan, Joe Loring's bitterness is palpable. To others, though, Spartan's departure was just another company leaving Jackson behind. A familiar scenario played out over and over again.
This was part of what's happened across the country.
Today, Jackson is trying to put the pieces of its economy back together, but it won't be with manufacturing. Instead, leading Jackson's economic growth is its state prison, a hospital, and the utility company Consumers Energy. After an arson fire tore through the old factory on Ganson Street in 2011, the only thing left of Spartan is a pile of rubble.
Once it started on fire, it was going to burn to the ground, and that's exactly what happened.
Our thanks to Maribon Knight for that report. Well, more than 5 years after Spartan left Jackson, Michigan, the company's stock has surged nearly 2,000%. The bottom line is black again. Latest check shows the unemployment rate there, 10%.